What's going on, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you could take time and please like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're going to be talking about the NHL season, what I think you guys should look for. I'll give you some of our future bets, some of our thoughts right away on some teams that to keep an eye on for, some teams to fade. So let's start off with two teams to fade. First one, Ottawa Senators. They were horrendous last season. Not much to say here. I think they're going to be horrendous. They're playing in a tough division. I see them as bottom feeders again. Another one, Chicago Blackhawks. So last season, Chicago Blackhawks struggled to score. Defense were horrible, but their goalkeeping was average. They didn't keep them from being one of the worst team in the NHL. But that goalie left, and instead of going and trying to sign a superstar or at least someone different, they didn't make any big name signings for goalies. They're taking two very low experienced players, and they're gonna try them out to be the goalie, which is fine. But in this beginning of the season, I think it's gonna be horrendous for them. They had no preseason for them to see. They only been practicing. I'm looking to fade the Blackhawks from the first game they play. I think they're gonna take time to gel, and I don't think they're gonna gel at all. Another thing to look for, again, I think Boston Bruins, I would be careful betting on them in the beginning. Obviously, you have probably one of the best goalies in the NHL. You have attacking power, but they had a lot of signings on the offseason for the defense. So I'm kind of worried about the defense. I want to see how they play. I have a future on them to win the Stanley Cup. But for now, I think in the first few weeks, let's see how they get along, how they treat that back line. And just to give you guys a heads up, Rangers. Everyone loves New York Rangers. They are one of the most popular teams for the public to bet on. Last season, they scored a lot of goals. They gave up a lot of goals. But with these divisions, there's only 4 divisions. They, put some teams together, and these divisions are not traveling to play each other this year. So the Rangers would go travel, and play St. Louis, another high-scoring team, or go and play Arizona, and, they can score a lot there. But they're not doing that until the playoffs. So I think the Rangers are going to struggle to score. And I think in the beginning of the season, there's going to be a lot of value on the unders for the Rangers games. You have the Islanders. You have Boston. You have Philly. You have some of these teams that are very good on defense and have good goalkeepers that are not going to allow a lot of goals. When they play the New Jersey Devils, okay, that should be a high-scoring game. But they open up the season versus the New York Islanders. And I'm already going to hammer the under. If it's under 6 or 5.5, I'll hammer it. Even if it's under 5.5, I think it's going to go under. I feel like right away the public's going to run and jump on Rangers over. But again, they're not traveling to different divisions and playing other teams that are high scoring and stuff like that. They probably have, in their division, the teams with the most best defense. I think it's gonna be totally different, and I feel like it's gonna be so overvalued for the Rangers overs. So again, that first game they play with the Islanders, I'm betting the under total for the full game, and I might look for the first period under. So in the West Division, you got Vegas, Colorado, St. Louis. These are the favorites to win the division. I think St. Louis is going to take a step back. Colorado or Vegas will win this. I like Vegas, but Vegas has to take time to gel and get used to each other. Again, with no preseason, the lack of practicing, the lack of contact with this COVID, I think it's going to take time for them to gel. So Vegas is a team I'm going to be looking for. The Minnesota Wild also. They got a new goalie. If that goalie can play well, they have a chance to, finish top 3. They might beat out St. Louis. I know some people are not going to like that. But they only go as far as the goalie takes them. And with this new goalie, I think they have a chance because they could score and they have a pretty good defense. So we'll see. I'm going to give you guys some of my futures. So I bet Montreal Canadiens. I'm very high on them. I bet them over 66.5 points. I bet Carolina Hurricanes to win the Central. My Stanley Cup bets will be Vegas Bruins, and Carolina. So Vegas, I got plus 850. Bruins, I got plus 1400. And Carolina, I got plus 2000. Just to give you guys some stats here, last year, some of the best home teams were Philly, Boston, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Vancouver. Some of the worst home teams: New York Rangers, San Jose, Chicago, which I'm going to look to fade right away, Anaheim, Detroit, and Montreal. Some of the best away teams were Washington, Boston, Tampa Bay, Colorado, Nashville, St. Louis, and Dallas. Some of the worst away teams: the LA Kings, San Jose, Anaheim, Arizona, Chicago, the Devils, Buffalo, Detroit, and Ottawa. So just keep an eye on that. That's something I would try to write down. I have this all written down. So some of the top defensive teams: you got Boston, you got Columbus, you got Carolina, you got Islanders, you got Tampa, you got Philly, you got Dallas, you got Arizona, you got Colorado, you got St. Louis. Like 4 of those teams are in the Rangers division. So like again, Rangers are a very public team. I'm going to be looking to bet the unders in their first few games. Some of the top goal scoring. So obviously, like I said, Rangers score a lot. They're one of the top, goal scoring teams. But you got Colorado, Vancouver, Vegas, St. Louis, Oilers, Washington, Toronto, Florida, and Philly. Some of the worst teams for scoring and allowing a lot of goals: Detroit, Ottawa, Devils, Buffalo, San Jose, Anaheim, LA Kings, and Chicago. So again, some of the teams I'm going to be looking to fade are Detroit, Chicago, LA, San Jose, Buffalo, and the Rangers in the beginning for the unders. So I hope this helped you guys a little bit. Like I said, you need to do a little more research when you're betting into these teams. Again, I'm going to be looking to fade the Chicago Blackhawks and the Rangers under. I'm going to look to bet. I don't think there's going to be a lot of over. So again, I'm going to fade the over for the Rangers.